Today we're going to have a discussion with the incumbent Councillor Jennifer Rice. She is contesting again from Ward Ipiihkoohkanipiaohtsi, Ward 10 and 11 combination, and she will be the candidate from there. Welcome, Ms. Rice. Good morning. Thank you very much for coming.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Kushara.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you for your time. And how was your experience in the City Hall for last term?
So I would like to start, yes, I'm Jennifer Rice, City Councillor for the Ward Ipiihkoohkanipiaohtsi, and which is the combination, the new word since 2021, and
Yes.
of Ward, majority of Ward 10 and some of Ward 9 neighborhoods together.
Yes.
So I'm so happy to be here to chat my experience for the past 4 years.
Perfect.
And as a city councillor in the city hall, and many people ask me that same questions.
Yes. And I can see you have made, fiscal responsibility your campaign, core campaign pillar. And people are not happy the way city have managed finances in the last 4 years. So your voice was not heard there, or what happened?
So as you already mentioned, our Edmontonians actually really concerned about the city's direction move forward with the current situation. As many of you already heard that our city in the past 4 years, the tax increase
Yes.
and is much higher than people think they can afford,
Yes.
and from affordability perspective. And so the highest tax increase we had, as you probably remember, in 2023, and it's 8.9%.
Yes.
And then, but the tax increase every year is compounded.
Yeah.
It's not just only the single increase,
Yes.
and it's accumulated increase. That is create the big question, and from public say, and why our city's tax increase so high? At the same time, we still have a deficit.
Yes.
And the deficit created the highest deficit ever in Edmonton history. And plus, and why we still have so much debt increase. And from beginning 2021, our debt, if my memory is correct, is $3.4 billion.
Yes.
And then right now, to the end of this 2025 year, probably will close around the $5 billion. And can you imagine, and to repay that debt, and our operating budget and in our city, and is the top 3 highest repayment and every year. So is 11% our city's operating budget will use it to repay it for those debt.
Yeah.
And so all those type of questions raised and from the public. So as your city councillor in the past 4 years, I feel very frustrated.
Yes, obviously.
I can tell everyone, and then because every time I try to look at how our city's physical responsibility be held, and in the way we can spending our time, spending our tax dollars responsibly, at the same time, and to really and consider the people's affordability, and not only the pay taxes, is overall and how we live as a life as Edmontonians and here.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And look at this deficit on the one side and tax increase, plus your ward is lots of new development there, and it's lacking infrastructure. People are not happy the way they're developing the resource, all the infrastructure around your ward and many other wards. So one side we have a deficit, on the other side we have a increasing home tax, house like tax everywhere, and plus we are lacking infrastructure in the city. How are we going to put together all those 3 things and make sure Edmonton is moving forward a fiscal responsible city?
So as you mentioned, my word, and it's actually a combination with the north side of Handy and the south side of Handy,
Yes.
and many mature neighborhoods and many newer developed neighborhoods. And of course, their needs really different.
obviously.
in my past 4 years, and then what issue and bring to me over and over is about infrastructure to meet the population growth is a newer development area. And I can give you a few examples.
Please.
And I heard most, and for example, transportation, infrastructure capacity. Our South Edmonton, the major corridors and for the few major roads, like 41st Avenue.
Yes.
And Alice Road and James Moore Trail.
Yes.
And all those roads right now, everyday people use. And what I heard is they get in like for Allard. They use the 41st Avenue most.
Yes.
Chappelle used. De Rochelle used.
Yes.
And then people feel like even for them to get out and to the neighborhood, it takes them 30 minutes sometimes.
Yeah.
And can you imagine for the normal, if we have a sufficient roadway capacity, can support the traffic, and in that new area, is normal driving is 5 minutes. But right now, that takes them 30 minutes to get in, get out. And to me, and what I heard is a frustration.
Yes.
Is frustration, and from our families, our parents need to send their kids to the school. And then for our people and for our working families, they need to go to work. And all those type of things and create the frustration every day. And so our 41st Avenue widening, I'm so glad. So I put lots of effort to work with our city administration and the developers and really make sure and 41st Avenue and could be improved to meet the capacity needs for the traffic.
Definitely.
And also at Alice Road. And right now there one project is going on already starting in 2024, and my hope is finished in 2026. That is widening as a portion of Alice Road.
Yes.
And it's between 135th Street and to Eco Station. And so we will have the new bridge and cross White Mud Creek there, and also new shared path and for people to enjoy and safe crossing that creek. And so by that way, that project is finished, Alice Road will become much easier. And for people come in, come out to the Chappelle neighborhood through 141st Street.
Definitely.
So that is a larger project. For me, this type of development and then keep reminding me as a councillor, and we need to look at to build infrastructure at the first time. And because when we build infrastructure, not for the growth, not for the future, and that infrastructure needs to be refixed, and every time we refix, it costs money. But this time I'm so glad, and the city and myself and the developers will work together, and then so reach the agreement and all those costs for this major road, and include another one is going to build, and is the Heritage Valley Trail is the Heritage Valley Trail, and will be funded by the developers, not our taxpayer dollars. So I'm so glad to achieve that goal, that outcome, and at least, and then people and for our resident Edmontonians who live in South Edmonton right now can breathe, can see the hope and see the future, and when those major roads infrastructure finished.
Lots of those communities like Droche you mentioned and few others, they are built with the hope that one day LRT will be expanding through that. Do you see that hope in near future that LRT will expand through that area?
For the ART project, actually is the effort of the 3 levels government collaboration work.
Obviously.
Is always like that. So right now we're building phase 1. Mm-hmm. The phase 1 is from an extension, is called the Capital 9 South Extension Project, and from Century Park to Alice Roads there. That is phase 1 is 4.3 kilometers. And so this project is scheduled to be finished by 2029. So after phase 1 finish, and then it's my hope, and based on the population growth for the city's long-term future development, And it's my hope, and we can continue as a city, work with province and fighters, and to look at the needs of the community, look at the needs of the people's daily commute, and to see that phase 2 to extend it to Deloitte and Allard. And it's my understanding the phase 2 right at this point,
Yes.
we haven't have a business case yet. We don't have the funding yet.
Okay.
And so for me and as the councillor, for the current councillor, and also and then for the next
Yeah.
4 years, my focus is I really want to strategically prioritize the infrastructure development for the South Edmonton area to meet the community needs and to increase the capacity, not only for the transportation and, for example, community amenities. So with the population growth in South Edmonton area, with a huge number,
Huge, yes.
as you know, is a huge number, but we do not have a swimming pool.
Yeah.
And even we do not have the library and builds to meet the needs. And right now we have the library is just the rental spaces.
Yeah. It is.
And we do not have the swimming pool. And for 2 high school with thousand students, and with so many younger families, and in South Edmonton area, and how to make sure they have enough green spaces, outdoor sports field, and also swimming pool, also parks, playgrounds,
Yeah.
dog parks, tennis court, pickleball court,
Yeah.
all tons of this type of community amenities to support the daily life and even to enjoy life, to keep that a better quality of life. I think that is also my goal and my vision, to build the South Edmonton and with easy access for the transportation and sufficient green spaces and then adequate community
Yes.
amenities, and for our people work hard at the same time they can enjoy the life.
You talked about half of your ride, your ward is on the left side of the Anthony Henday and half on the right.
Yeah.
There's a contrast. That right hand side, the old
Mature neighborhoods.
mature neighborhood.
Yeah.
That's a top neighborhood in Edmonton, one of the top neighborhood in the Edmonton. And do you see the newer neighborhood ever match that what we have in the older neighborhood?
What do you mean?
With all the amenities and with all the the services and infrastructure, do you see that we can have the newer part of the city? Could we build the same way what the old part is built at that time?
I'm sorry, I try to understand your question.
Sure. My understanding is the older part of the your ward is very beautifully done.
And is well established.
Served, yes.
Yeah, well established.
And the new part, it lacks so many services. This is a bottleneck of roads, and we don't have the infrastructure. Do you think it will ever reach where your old part of your ward is right now? We will have same amenities on both sides of the Anthony Henday. That's what I'm asking.
So for both sides of the Henday, for the newer neighborhoods, and so I think this is my thinking, and based on what I heard from the people, and in any newer development area, and based on experience, right now people live here. The lack of the sufficient infrastructure to support their daily life. And then the question is about when we build the infrastructure, for example, should we build a house first before we build the roads?
Yeah.
And should we plan the school?
Yeah.
Should we plan the parks first and before we build the house? So right now, and it seems to me, and people not happy, and we build the house first without all those type of infrastructure in place. And so I don't know how many years it will take for the south side of Edmonton area in my the neighborhood I represent to catch up the same level of the infrastructure in the north of the
Yeah.
handy. And I think that's catch up and it will be painful.
Yeah,
Will
it
be
is.
painful. And so, but it's unfair. And to the people who live in South area,
Yeah.
they pay taxes. They come here, they choose there to live. Actually, I'm so happy and to heard in my area, actually, the population growth is most. And
Yes.
across the city is one of the fastest growing area and across the entire city. That means people like live in South Edmonton area.
definitely.
If they like live, they choose to live there. And as a city, our services needs to catch up. And no matter is the infrastructure, no matter is other type of services, and including public transit services, we need be in place to support that population growth. Otherwise, the gap is getting bigger and bigger, and when the time take longer to build this. And so, for me, I'm thinking from infrastructure perspective, we should plan and in advance for the infrastructure
100%.
and before the house is built there.
Yeah.
And otherwise, right now, the many parents approach to me and say, we don't have school. And even though school is not under my authority, but that concern is always brought up.
Because there's a necessity, there's the need for that community. And my next you mentioned you have big influx into south part of your ward. There are lots of newcomers and lots of young generations coming
Yes,
there.
younger families.
Younger
Yeah.
families and
Yeah.
security is the main issue there. People are concerned about their safety and security. So what city can do and what is your duty to make sure that the community feels safer and feel more comfortable into your ward?
So community safety is a really big topic.
Yeah.
And to me, it category under different topic.
Yeah.
And for example, property crime.
Yeah.
And the
Huge.
property crime in South Edmonton area, and is getting really, really common.
Yeah.
And people's cars break in and garage door break in.
Yeah.
And then, as you can see in Facebook and next door, and people post the video, and
Yeah.
some people in the evening, midnight, go around the neighborhood to check the door of the cars. And so this is actually to me the two points here.
Yeah.
The first point about this is just a general concept. I believe everybody and know this concept. When our economic is done, our crime rate is increased.
Yes.
So to me, and get our city's economy back to the normal level and even better level, I think that is something our council needs to focus on more. And from the current 4 years, and in these 4 years, and for me as a city council, I'm strong advocate and to really improve our city's economy and really get our city's economy back to the level our business be successful and want to stay in our city. And when we have more business stay in the city, when we have more investment coming in, and we create more jobs. And because the outcome is we want people to have stable job. We
Yes.
want people with a stable job have better income and change in the economic environment, and is a big goal for me. I have been advocating in the current 4 years. I will be continue to push this by supporting local business from policy supporting perspective, from resources supporting perspective, and also from building environment and to ensure success of the business and make sure everyone living in the city and will have the better income because that is financial fundamental for us to support our families, support our quality of life, and also to support and to attract more people come to our city because our goal is 2 million.
That's right.
Yeah, so that is one point I want to mention, that economic development.
Yes.
And
I think that's given. If people are having job and not having a financial difficulty,
yes.
there will be less crime. Obviously, that's a good approach. What you're focusing at.
So that is one way. Another way is about from prevention perspective.
Yeah.
So also, and from our city, what type of focus we should on to address the community safety. I mentioned about crime and property crime,
Yeah.
and also traffic safety, and also inside neighborhood traffic safety. And so there are few things here. What I heard, lots of companies even recently, yesterday I deal with the one is safety about people worry about even their life crisis when they cross the certain intersection and in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
And yesterday, and one example brought to me is about 109th Street and McKeever Road Southwest.
Yeah.
For that intersection, and the people experience very dangerous situation, and then they contact me right away. I think from that perspective, I'm glad I'm be part of our city's effort to address those type of concerns. And in my area, I represent many neighborhoods. In those neighborhoods, the safe crossing, and for the pedestrians, and then city put lots of safety measures to address those type of safety and to make sure and the people feel safe even walk in their neighborhoods.
Yeah.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yeah, and then I think I missed another point I would like to add is about the EPS's effort.
Yeah.
EPS effort to address our community safety with property crime. We do need
To take a seat. Yeah.
I never support defunding police. I will not support any defunding police. And so our EPS, our police need sufficient resources to support or protect Edmontonians' safety. But how to do it, and I looking forward is more improvement, and also from budgeting perspective, and we provide sufficient resources. At the same time, we hold them accountable.
Definitely.
And then to provide that safety certainty or safety, protect our safety and in the place. I think we need to work with them and more it's not collaborate, and we work with them to look at what is a better way and to address the public safety, and including many, since we talked about it here, I believe that effort and move to the direction, and then I will continue to move to that direction and to make sure our EPS's work can really reflect the tax value we paid, and also make sure and we feel safe, and our city has sufficient EPS resources.
Thank you very much for coming. And any message you would like to convey in the end?
So we talked about, thank you for the opportunity to talk about this. We talk about lots of topics. We talk about our city's financial situation. We talk about community safety. And we talk about the infrastructure improvement.
Yes.
I do want to add a few points. We also talked about and how to balance our city's services be provided and to the tax dollars,
That's
the
right.
value, and the people think they paid. I would like to add another 2 points about care about our seniors.
Yeah.
So like you asked me for the one side, north side of the Handy neighborhoods, and then south side of Handy, we have younger families moving. At the same time, we have lots of seniors living in my area, and they need some help.
Yes.
And so my principle is always to support seniors leave their home as long as they wish.
Yes.
And many seniors want to leave their home, and they live there for 20, 40 years, 50 years. They want to continue to live there. But to achieve that goal, they need some support.
Yeah.
And from my point, and specifically in the past 4 years, I actually introduced the one concept to look at and how we can reduce the tax and for seniors to pay.
Okay.
And with a fixed income. So this concept actually introduced into many major cities across Canada already. So I was wondering why our city cannot consider this principle, this concept, and to support the seniors. So I will continue to push this piece.
Perfect.
And another piece is for the seniors, they have some like mobility limitation to how to help them in the winter time, move the snow, and in summertime to cut grass, to do some like home maintenance. I think as a government, and we could kick in and to provide this type of support and for the seniors to really, we work together to achieve that, the goal to allow their seniors to live their home as long as they wish.
Very important.
And so also their well-being is really important. I'm so proud to share that I pushed our city facility, recreation facility center, and to give the specific hours and for the seniors use our facilities, like for example, the walking tracks in the winter time, and it's dangerous for seniors walking outside, but if they can just go there with limited payment and they can do the exercise at the same time safely do exercise and keep their well-being and continuing and to enjoy their life.
Very good. Thank you very much for coming, and all the best with your campaign. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for have this conversation. I think I'm looking forward to have more conversation and really invite everyone to join us to have a conversation, because the conversation and will lead into our policy impact and how we make policy, how we determine the direction our city move forward.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.